Okay, I'm working on a shawl right now, and this stitch is called KYOK with an arrow pointing downward. It's knit, yarn over, knit in the stitch below. It's a little tricky, so I wanted to record a video for it and put this up for you guys. Now I've come to the stitch where I have to work this, and it's this beaded stitch here. What you have, first thing you have to do is you have to look for the stitch below the stitch on the needle, because that's where you're going to do your knitting. And in this case, it's right here. I'm going to try to put, you can see it's got it's the stitch with the bead, and I'm trying to open it up. That's where you're going to do your knit, yarn over, knit. So insert your needle here, do your stitch, knit, yarn over, then go back into that same stitch below and do another knit, pull it through. You got your knit, yarn over, knit in that stitch, and then when you're done, you just pull off the needle, and that stitch that was on the needle is caught so that you don't have a drop stitch. And that's what that looks like. It's the knit, yarn over, knit, and the one below. Okay, give me a second to finish these stitches, and I'll show you in the next one that I have to do. You don't have to watch this part. I'll try to make it speed up fast too. This is just the rest of the section of this pattern. Whoops. Okay, to knit two together, knit two, and now I'm to the beaded stitch, which is the knit, yarn over, knit in the stitch below. So I pull this down a little bit, and you can see right there's that stitch below where I'm going to do the knitting. So I put my needle into that stitch below, do my knit stitch, don't drop, whoops, sorry about that, what did I do? I don't think I caught my yarn. Pull it through carefully, don't drop anything off the needles, do your yarn over, and then go back into that same stitch below, do your second knit stitch. So you have knit, yarn over, knit in the stitch below, and then when you're done, you just pull it off and see how your stitch is caught. And but that stitch that was on the needle is caught. And that's the stitch, the knit, yarn over, knit stitch.